Hello, everyone. Good Friday morning. It is a wonderful day here in downtown Mountain Home, Tennessee, but we've got a tank to tear down. I never thought I would say this, at least not so soon. It's the GOLDFISH tank. The GOLDFISH tank of YouTube fame, of aquarium chill fame, of the GOLDFISH tank setup series playlist. The beautiful Asian styled folding screen as a backdrop, multicolored lights, fancy goldfish, goldfish show goldfish. I mean, the epic. Hey, Oddball Aquatics, good to see you. Thanks for dropping in. I mean, the epic goldfish tank. Love of my fish room life. Tearing it down. It's got to go. It's out. Get out. It was a tough call. It was a tough call, but the goldfish tank, 75-gallon, beautiful, beautiful goldfish. I love them. My wife has adopted them. They're not my fish anymore. River wife. Oh, crazy about them. They're little fishy family children, overfed, overweight. Bless their hearts. But it had to be, listen, we started building a fish room, right? So the fish room build also covered on YouTube. I was on the fence. I didn't want to share that with YouTube, the River Life YouTube channel. I didn't know if they were ready for the fish room build because it's so intermittent. We ramped up with some beautiful, I guess, hardscape furniture, aquascapes. I mean, it was gorgeous, but everything was kind of in flux because of the structural changes that had to occur in the garage we were transforming into a fish room. So first we had to build a wall that involved sheetrock. If you know anything about sheetrock, there's a lot of sanding, a lot of dust, and a lot of workers, framers, sheetrockers, painters, electrician. So got everything set up, then had to start tearing down and moving and manipulating. And if you go back and look at the recent history of videos uploaded on the River Life YouTube channel, it begins to come together for you. Why the aquarium chill series? Well, I mean, if you got one aquarium left to shoot while the others are in transition, that's what you shoot. And the goldfish are absolutely beautiful, absolutely relaxing. So it was a perfect fit for the aquarium chill series. And the setting up of that tank, we went slow. Go back and watch that playlist of setting up the goldfish tank. 75-gallon, we went slow. We added plants. We knew that was a risk. By and large, it was a successful experiment. Did the goldfish eat some plants? Of course they did. Did they eat all the plants? No. And if you look at the aquarium chill, those are very recent films of the goldfish. There's plenty of plants in that aquarium. It was a good experiment. So we had the wall built. That required some aquariums to be moved, covered, cleaned, redone. Now we're up. We had HVAC ducts extended into the fish room so that it's acclimated now or acclimatized. The final piece is coming. This is what I'm getting at. The final piece of the structural fish rooms coming together, like contract signed, deposit paid, parts ordered. That's where we are. And it is a new garage door that's going to be all glass. It's going to let more light in. It's kind of an obscured glass, they call it. So you can't really see in, you can't really see out, but it's going to let all that natural light in. It's pretty sweet stuff. But it also is going to come with a new garage door opener and new runners, the rails, the track that the garage door goes up and down. So the goldfish tank is within the footprint of the garage door track. So we can't be installing something over the goldfish tank in the ceiling of the fish room, having to reach over and work around. That's not going to be an option. So the 75-gallon goldfish tank is coming down. It's hard. I'm saying it over and over, trying to get used to the thought. We're going to move it out of the way of the garage door installers. And then, my friends, when we start reconfiguring, basically rebooting the fish room from the garage door back, everything is complete. So now we're in the final phase, tearing the goldfish tank down. And as we rebuild from the garage door back, everything is going to be quasi-permanent. This is going to be the way we intend it. So we got a chance for a reboot, a redesign. Everything that we talked about previously is in the fish room now, except a sink. And there is a utility sink on the other side of one of the walls in the fish room. So it's one step up in elevation and, 3 steps around the corner. So we actually have a sink just outside the fish room. I'd prefer to have one inside the fish room that would allow connection to water and plumbing without hoses, especially exposed hoses. So our contractor who was going to do that has become very difficult to contact, has basically ghosted us. So, and I understand it was a complex situation, getting a sink in the fish room where we needed it and then connected to existing plumbing, which is the only option. Installing new plumbing it changes a lot of things. Just the delay, everything is already so efficiently designed in this house that you don't go in, with a lot of extra space or new ideas without, crossing a few wires that already exist, so to speak. So that's where we are. That's what we're doing. We're tearing down the goldfish tank. Let me take a look here in chat. You guys streaming in here. 10 people watching now. Thank you so much. I have no idea how many likes we have. If somebody would give me a clue, I would really appreciate that. That's the fuel in the tank. That's the encouragement that keeps us going. Let's see. Said hello to Oddball Aquatics. We also have Lefty3213A here. Guess I came in from the pool at the perfect time. Well, I guess you did. Welcome back from the pool, Lefty. Glad to have you. Listen, you sent me a request. I already had, this is just between Lefty3213A and I. He's a big River Life art collector and River Life YouTube channel supporter. I appreciate that. A direct contributor thereby to the Dream Pond in process now. Construction begins Monday. Check out last night's live stream. We talked all about it. Lefty, I received your request. I didn't have everything you asked for on hand, and I had already packaged your River Life art purchases from the previous auction. So those are in the mail. But then that day, the day I received your request, in the mail, I got some additional stickers, including a few from Sand Creek Aquatic 2. Okay, so now I have all of the material for your request, and I have it packaged in an envelope. We're going to do an art auction today. We're going to head over to River Life Art on Facebook and have some fun with the art auction. The little miniature paintings will start at a bid of $10, and that will include free shipping to the United States. And so when I get that art packaged up, should we sell any today, I'll definitely make a run to the post office and include the items that you requested that will not be in the package you received from me earlier. Probably next week, maybe today, maybe tomorrow. I don't know. But the things you asked for won't be in there. They will be in the next package. Some of the things were in there, Lefty. Sure enough, the Patreon, we shut down Patreon, started going more to the members here. Thank you all for your membership. Lefty is a member here. He was a Patreon, and we shut the Patreon down. They started doing some screwy things with sales tax, shifted back over to memberships here. And so the final Patreon print is included in what's already shipped. I hope you like it. I like it. It's one of my faves. And I hope you enjoy it. Thank you so much for all of your support. I appreciate it very much. I want to reach out to the former Patreons and ask them if it would be okay with them if I made the video series, which I still have to do a final edit on the final Patreon video to get to you, Lefty. I want to know if it's okay with you guys if I make that available to members once they've paid their membership dues or whatever, enough to match what the video series, the Patreons had to join at a certain level, and each time they made their level payment, they got a new video. I want to know if it's okay with you guys if we do something similar, value it about the same with the membership of the channel memberships, and then release the videos, how to appreciate modern art. I definitely want to be fair to you guys because you bit the bullet and met the Patreon requirements to see those videos. They weren't. It took time. You set up the outdoor studio. I smoked a very expensive cigar, which I enjoyed. And then, of course, the lifetime of accumulating the information to share. It was a premium. Is a premium, one-of-a-kind video series on how to appreciate modern art. And no one, it was, my experience through my lens, so no one can duplicate it. It is a one-of-a-kind. It's all right with you guys. I'd like to offer that up to members who achieve different levels, based on their longevity of being a member. There's only one level of membership, the sustainer. Just going to keep it simple. I did release a members only video of a drone flight with some really cool music that's going to be included. The members have already seen it, but next Wednesday's premiere video on the River Life YouTube channel, 11:30 a.m. Eastern. I hope you guys can make it for that. It's a short video featuring that drone flight and a narrative about the pond build that's going to start on Monday. So that's going to kick off the whole pond build playlist. And no, the goldfish are not going in the pond. The goldfish will be rehomed in the fish room. River Wife needs to be able to see those twice a day during the week, coming to work, going to work, coming home from work. And so, no, they're not going into the pond. But Wednesday's premiere, 11:30 a.m., right here is going to be a drone flight with a narration describing the pond, and that will kick off a series of pond build videos. Someone asked in the live stream last night, when the pond is functioning, are we going to have pond chill videos like we did aquarium chill videos? And the answer is absolutely yes. And we're going to do it in two flavors. We're going to have one pond chill playlist that involves the 25-foot long stream of waterfalls, just terraced waterfalls, meandering natural boulders, tons of boulders. It's just going to look like a mountain stream. I can't wait. I get excited every time I think about it. So that's going to be one series of pond chill videos. There'll be another one of underwater koi footage. So I'm so excited about not only having that pond, but having now, those venues on my property to shoot video to share with you guys. It's going to be great. It's going to be absolutely great. Hello, Texas Fish. He could have gone to the main pipe where it comes to the sink, ran a splitter so that both sinks could share the water source. My dad's done it before. Yeah. Well, that's exactly the idea, Lefty. It's just when you see the footprint, it crosses a doorway. Okay. So crossing a doorway with the pipe, no problem. Cutting into a wall, splitting into existing plumbing, absolutely the idea. However, that wall is in the direct flow of traffic, and there will now on the other side of the wall, it's perfect for a sink and a washroom. But in the fish room, it's the direct flow of traffic from one door to another door, and it just doesn't work. The sink has to be on the other side of one of the doorways. I hope that makes it clear. I wish it was as simple as tapping into an existing plumbing line. I do. I wish it was that simple. We'd already have it. But it'll work out. Everything always works out one way or the other. and it will work out. We'll just find another plumber contractor to install the sink with complex piping situation. And I was thinking about using a sump style pump on the new Goldfish tank until I saw KG Tropical's video describing that the sumps are fantastic. You can do lots of cool things with them. However, they're noisy. Yeah. So definitely I want to use the art gallery will also be in the fish room. Otherwise, it's 2 seasons of painting, 2 short seasons of painting due to temperatures. But if I can get it in the with just a flat wall easel into the fish room, then I can paint year round. That's what I'm aiming for. But the sump, so that said, a gallery and a fish room, I also want it to be a filming studio. And that's the loud, the noisy word is not cool for a studio. The better the microphone, the more background noise it picks up. So now I'm on the fence about the sump style filter for the new Goldfish tank. I've been running the Fluval FX6 and it's outstanding, quieter than a mouse. A workhorse, kind of a booger to clean. Those canister filters are never fun to clean. The maintenance on those things are just part of doing business. You're going to have to bite the bullet one day, to clean those. And I do find that PetSmart big box is very good at carrying replacement, the custom sponges and media. They're very good about shelving that stuff. So if you need a replacement, it's just like having a hang on the back. They have every size and you can buy a single 3-pack, 10-pack. Well, the FX series are also well supported at the big box. That's what I'm saying. So I might end up with, now this isn't a promise. Don't get your hopes built up. We are tearing down the Goldfish tank. That's happening, 75 gallon. We might end up with a larger Goldfish tank with a couple of FX6s to keep that thing clean. That may be the direction we're headed. Background's going to change. I don't think it's going to be the beautiful Asian screen anymore. Just a total reboot. You know what I'm saying? We're starting over with the Goldfish tank. That's what I'm telling you. Blake's aquariums, 2 streams in one day. For me, it was a stream last night and a stream this morning. Yeah, and this is a short one. We're going to wrap up here in about 12 minutes, and we're going to go over, I hope you can make it, Blake, over to the River Life Art Facebook page. I'm going to take a 10-minute break between here and there, and we're going to talk about some art, some fish-inspired art. These little auctions where the bid starts at $10, and that includes free shipping in the United States. If the bid reaches $15 for a single piece, then we throw in a free easel to display your little miniature art piece. And we have a lot of fun over there. And I have been able to improve the dream pond. I mentioned last night. Here's a for example. Months of selling art on the River Life Art Facebook page. Months of gaining members on the River Life YouTube channel. Several months of Patreon. All of that going back into the channel. Now, there are lights and cameras and computers involved, time. I do a lot of work on my phone now. That's the #1 camera, but there's underwater camera, recently a drone. Thank you very much, all of my supporters. An action cam, with an underwater case, a handy cam. That's where the thing all started. So there's lots of equipment, I mean, can you get by without that? Sure, you can. You can do a YouTube channel on your phone. All right. You're still in $1,000, if you get a phone, but you can use it for other purposes. So all of this equipment, remote mics, lavalier mics, there's a cost. Then your hobby, the tanks, the fish, the chemicals, the food, the lights, the filters, blah, 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 on and on. You want to make content out of that. There's a cost. Would I do it if I didn't have any financial support? Probably. But the financial support not only buys things, purchase power, it also is encouraging. It's validating. Someone sees enough value in what you're doing as a creator to support you financially. That has a value beyond the monetary level. That makes sense. So the example I used last night is would I've had a pond without any financial? Yes, absolutely. I've wanted a pond all my life. I would have had a pond. Having the financial support, knowing that I'm going to use it for content to deliver to you supporters, past, current, hopefully future. It says, hey, invest a little more. Yeah, it's permanent change to your property. Make sure it's right. Invest a little more. Having received financial support from all the ways I just mentioned, for example, the pond kit that we agreed on with my contractor included a 6-foot stream. That's where the waterfalls are. Fantastic. But with your support, I was able to say, hey, you know what? Why don't we make that 6-foot stream a 25-foot stream? We're not going to talk about cost specifics, but per foot, it was a pretty good number. It was a pretty good number of dollars per foot. Thank you guys very much. Thank you. I think you're going to enjoy that option that I would not have done without you. I think you're going to enjoy it for years to come. I know I am. I'm so convinced that you will, because I already, just thinking about it, I enjoy it. So I'm convinced you're also going to enjoy that. And that's kind of a reinvestment of your support, your financial support. So thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Is it necessary? No. Required? Certainly not. Are we going to go forward without any? Yes. Yes. But I'm just saying it makes positive differences when you decide to do that, and it's appreciated. So thank you. Thank you so much. Pet Exotics, multiple aquariums is in the house. It's going very well, sir. Pugs Tanks, how you doing? Lori Vinker's in the house. Dragon Lair. Tiffany White, hey, how's it going? Good to see you here this morning. And I've said hello to everyone that I've saw. If I missed you, I'm so sorry. There's the other Tiffany. 6 foot to 25 foot, pretty more river and river life in home pond terms anyway. Yeah. So this, and the backstory there, the other Tiffany is, we moved here less than a year ago from the river house. The river house, you go back and look at the older videos, open the front door, river, bam. Walk down the front yard. If you don't stop, you're walking into the river, which I did many times and loved. And you look across the river and there was Bird Island with nesting great blue herons, which meant I couldn't have an in-ground pond at the river house. Osprey, great blue herons, bald eagles, river otter, raccoon, so many predators, bear. I couldn't have an in-ground pond. So I had to have the 300-gallon stock tank against the house with motion sensor lights and nets. Hey, watch those bonsai videos, especially the last one where I take the bonsai and decorate the koi garden. It was basically a paved area beside the garage for outdoor parking, washing your car, whatever. And I turned it into a koi garden with a 300-gallon Rubbermaid stock tank. Did lots of footage of the koi, beautiful fish. And then the bonsai. And I taught you guys how to make bonsai, 5 easy steps. If you follow me on Instagram, RiverLifeTN, you'll see I've been up to that again. I've got some new material posted on the Instagram. Let's see if I can show you a picture. And the answer is yes, I can show you a picture. Can I find it quickly? Who knows? Who knows? Yep, here we go. So I take a piece of what I call nursery stock. Go to the DIY store, buy a little piece of nursery stock. Whatever's on the shelf, it's inexpensive. Definitely not going to focus, but you get the idea. It's just, you've seen it in every DIY store, just a little shrub. And I turned it into that. I'm kind of glad that's not very clear. Look it up on Check me out on Instagram, RiverLifeTN. Yeah, out of the bucket, into the garden. Pretty cool. You can do it. You can do it. You can do what I did. You can go to the DIY store, buy a 1 gallon piece of shrubbery for $10 or less. Come home and with a pair of scissors, follow the 5 easy steps, and in just a few minutes, you're going to have a bonsai tree. Then, oh, you've unleashed the bonsai monster. Every piece of nursery material you see, I can bonsai that. I could bonsai that. And you should. You can and you should do it. It's a lot of fun. You're going to enjoy it. Tiffany White says, thought you were joking about changing your screen name. So I guess Tiffany White, you're the original Tiffany. So now you get you're the big sister Tiffany. That's fun. Blake's Aquatic says, I know how to turn a bonsai into a twig. Just a few weeks. I hear you. I hear you. So yeah, let me give you a tip. If you're going to do bonsai, keep an eye on your bonsai. There's some finesse involved in learning the watering and the technique. Hello, Lookout. Here's a tip. If your bonsai starts not doing well, plant it in the ground. Okay, if it's an outdoor bonsai, plant it in the ground, partial shade, and let earth nurse it back to health. You can then take it out of the ground, put it back in a pot, try again. And you'll learn as you go as well. If it's an indoor plant, take it out of the pot, put it in a larger pot. Okay, better dispersion of the water, more nutrients, less chance it's going to dry out or be over soggy. So indoor plants, plant them in a bigger pot, which it takes the scale away of the bonsai, I know, but we're talking about, basically hospital care for your plant. Okay, listen, I've got things going on everywhere. I was late again getting this up. 18 people found their way in here. Thank you very much. Very active chat. I didn't post this thing on any other social media. So I appreciate you showing up. We are going to go over in a couple minutes now to the River Life Art Facebook page, and we're going to talk about some art. I hope you can all make it. Usually it's a small crowd, a couple of active bidders on a piece. You can get some good deals on some art. For the last several weeks, we've had many pieces sold for one bid. I call it sniping. One bid, one buy. So you can bid $10 and maybe get yourself an original painting. All the work is original. If you want to print like the ones you see here, you can check out the Etsy page, River Life Art on Etsy. If you want some original paintings, we've got them all different sizes, starting at $10. And then those are all on the canvas boards. You'll see more about that when you get over there. And occasionally we'll run a premium piece on a canvas. This is the brown trout behind me. It's 3 foot by 3 foot. I don't know if we're going to get into that's pretty serious. I don't know if we're going to get into selling anything like that, but we have sold a number of 10-inch by 20-inch, and the River Life, it's the Rack Cross Endorsed by Nature art show is coming down in a couple of weeks. Yeah, it's the end of July. Louis Puga started following me on Instagram. Thank you so much for that, Louis. The art's coming down. Okay, I'm going to need some wall space. We might talk about that here in 1 minute over at River Life Art Facebook page. We may talk about a clearance sale of some of these larger paintings. I don't know. Okay, so 18 of you here, you're invited. River Life Art Facebook page. We're going to do some art auctioning. We're going to talk about art. Love to have you over there. Thanks in advance for your support. We'll have a good time whether we sell any art or not. I'll run through the paintings. You place the bid. Use the $ and the number 10 to get it started, or whatever number you want to bid. And then we'll make it a lot and we'll sell it to somebody. So I hope you can make it over there. River Life Art on Facebook. I didn't see anybody put a link because there's not one yet. I haven't set up I got behind on comments. Sorry, guys. And here it is, too late. Bruce Leroy made it in. Okay. Come on over there and we'll catch up on chat. If you didn't get your question answered or you didn't get noticed, in this chat, I apologize. Come over there to River Life Art on Facebook. It'll be a smaller group. Typically it is. I would be surprised if it's not a smaller group. We'll have a great time talking about some art. We'll see some new pieces of art. We'll see a couple of pieces you've seen before. Maybe you've decided you found a place for in your art gallery, on your desk, on your shelf, someplace that you want to have your day brightened every time you look at a cool little piece of River Life Art. You can go over there and pick it up. River Life Art on Facebook. I'll be there in 10 minutes. You guys keep an eye out on that page for when we go live. Usually it pops right up. And then when someone gets in there, they can grab the link and repost it. So I hope to see you there. I'm going to catch you guys maybe Monday. We may do a mobile live stream during the initial pond construction that's going to happen Monday. So stay tuned Monday. Today, we're tearing down the goldfish tank. We're going to move the goldfish tank into a new tank. All of that's yet to come. But for now, we're going to go talk about art at River Life Art on Facebook. Why don't you guys, if you're not able to make it over there, get out there and see it, love it, and live it. I'll see you later.